.com/radio now. That's prosper.com/radio.
Material 4X work gloves from Mechanics Wear aren't just tough, they're 4 times as tough. Material 4X gloves last 4 times longer than other work gloves and outperform leather hands down. Whether you're on the job site or in the garage, don't just protect your hands, enhance them with Material 4X work gloves. Work faster, safer, and cleaner with Mechanics Wear. The tool that fits like a glove. Available at O'Reilly Auto Parts and Napa Auto Parts stores nationwide. Or online at mechanics.com.
I was coming the wrong direction.
America's #1 cable news network.
I'm not.
This is Fox News on Sirius XM 114.
Holy cow. That guy's dead, dude.
Every night this week, we'll be taking a close look at the effects of Obamacare by focusing on how the fiercely independent residents of New Hampshire are dealing with its many changes. My colleague Brett Baer begins tonight by telling us those changes are literally driving many doctors right out of their own office.
My name's Dr. Joe Hannon.
Joe Hannon has quit medicine.
I'm retired from practicing as a podiatrist. The final decision to do so was done the day after the Affordable Care Act was passed.
In February, he testified at an event in New Hampshire held by Americans for Prosperity, an anti-Obamacare advocacy group.
The Health Care Act was the final nail in the coffin. It wasn't the main reason or the only reason, but it made the decision a lot easier for me.
And he's not the only doctor who feels this way. In 2012, the Doctors Company, the nation's largest physician-owned medical malpractice insurer, surveyed more than 5,000 MDs on the state of our country's healthcare system. The survey found that 43% of doctors were contemplating early retirement because of healthcare reform. 9 out of 10 were unwilling to recommend healthcare as a profession. And 60% believe that Obamacare will have a negative impact on overall patient care.
I think some of the doctors have been worried about something that is not really the doing of the Affordable Care Act.
Ron Pollack, executive director of the liberal healthcare advocacy group Families USA, believes the medical profession has a bright future.
And they don't want to be employees of a hospital or whatever. But that has been happening irrespective of the Affordable Care Act. What the Affordable Care Act tries to do is to make sure that we have significant improvements in quality of care. And the payment system is now going to create incentives for good care.
But Dr. Richard Anderson, chairman and CEO of the Doctors Company, stands by his survey.
My sense in the conversations that I continue to have with our members is that the findings of the survey are accurate, and if anything, more so today. With the increasing complexity of medical practice.
For Dr. Joe Hannon, this doesn't bode well.
As more doctors leave traditional practicing for either retirement or other work fields, that's going to definitely affect how many doctors are available for everyone else who's left with all of these affordable but can't find your doctor plans. You hear about a doctor shortage, and as the baby boomers get older and older, that's only going to be a worse problem.
That's Brett Baer reporting from New Hampshire. Tomorrow, Brett tells us how Obamacare is actually stopping residents from going to their local hospital. Meanwhile, 3 more American missionaries who work with Ebola patients in West Africa are back in the U.S. tonight. Officials say they are all healthy, but will be kept in quarantine for at least 3 weeks. Among them, David Fredericksen, whose wife Nancy is being treated for the disease in Atlanta. Meanwhile, it's still not exactly clear how Spanish medical officials got their hands on a scarce American-made experimental treatment for Ebola. The Spanish Health Ministry says it obtained the drug with permission from its makers to treat a missionary priest. Last week, the CDC said there were virtually no doses of the drug available. Next in the grapevine, why the concept of spending money to make money is not resonating in bankrupt Detroit. Plus, many government workers are missing the point of working from home, and it's costing you some big bucks.
Sirius XM Stars.
congestion. If you are fighting to be just comfortable with who you are, my show is definitely for you. We are the moms, discussing the things that real moms are talking about.
I'm Fern Mallett, host of Fashion Insiders. Come behind the scenes with me and the industry's elite.
This is Dr. Laura. If you want some no-nonsense advice, call me.
It's Taylor. Wake Up Taylor is for anyone who loves gossip, who likes to laugh. Everybody loves the show. Because we're fabulous.
Sirius XM Stars 109.
Or listen on the Sirius XM app.
You've worked hard to make sure your investments will be there for your future. But what are you doing to make sure you have the good health you need to enjoy your wealth? You need the investment that can help you make the most of your future years. You need the Princeton Longevity Center. With the latest technology combined with caring experts